Well, a lot can change over the course of a day, and it definitely has.
Oh no, the FOMO!
Gotta get this book. Which book are we talking about? Stick around right after this. Let's talk about it. What's rockin', comic fans? Welcome back. It's Deadpool. That's right. That's what we're talking about this week. Big announcement this week. I'm sure you've all heard it by now. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, is making a comeback in the MCU, this time in Deadpool 3. Big news. With that big news comes the FOMO. Yes, the FOMO. What are we talking about? Fear of missing out. Everybody talking about those big keys, the books, the first appearance of Wolverine. Gotta have them now, right? Everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. Listen, the big keys, the big books, they're never gonna change. Let's face it. Hulk 180, first appearance of Wolverine. 181, Wolverine, classic. Gotta love them. Those are blue chip books. They're never going down. They're always staying the same. But the book I'm talking about today is a more modern book. But before we get into that, welcome back. Welcome everybody. If it's your first time here, do me a favor, click on that subscribe button right there. Well, it's down below, but looks like that. Much appreciate the love. Speaking of love, speaking of everything, give us a nice solid like. Much appreciate that as well. Now, as far as leave us a comment down below. Let me know if you have this book or not. The book that we're talking about today is a more modern book, some 90s goodness that, of course, everybody is talking about now. It's, like I said, 180, 181, always going to be a big book. Not big books, I should say. Nothing's ever going to change that. The value of those is not going to really drop significantly. When I'm talking about FOMO and books, I'm talking about good old Wolverine number 88 right here. The first meeting of Deadpool and Wolverine. It's amazing. Like I said at the beginning, a lot can change over the course of a day. I just gotta laugh because this is a book that, I'm a huge fan of both these characters. Love them both. If any of you know me, you know that already. That's why I got this slabbed originally. This was one of my favorite books growing up. That cover alone is awesome. That screams 90s, first of all. A little insight as far as this book goes, the way the meeting takes place and everything. I don't think that they're going to follow it in the movie. They have so much source material to pick between. The story in this one, the way it goes is Wolverine's sent to San Francisco looking for Kane. Kane is shacked up with Vanessa. Vanessa is who? We all know Vanessa from the previous Deadpool movies. Vanessa is Deadpool's girlfriend. Wolvie gets there. Guess who's waiting for him? That's right. Deadpool's sitting there waiting for him. Listen, he just wants his girl back. That's all. He just wants to know where she's at. Fight ensues. Now, little inside the back history with Wolverine before getting into this. He's gone through some stuff. Okay, let's just say Wolvie is foobarred. That's right.
Foobarred.
Look it up if you don't know what it means. He had a fight, Magneto, Fatal Attraction. His healing is all out of whack. So, fighting Deadpool gives him a nice... And his healing fact, Deadpool actually mocks him for his healing. Deadpool's healing actually works, right? Wolvie's is not. So he's a little slow. Fight ensues. Deadpool figures out where to go, takes off. Logan, Wolvie, is left there. Now he realizes once he comes to that his healing factor is starting to come back. He's starting to get into the swing of things. Looks at a poster on the board, realizes where Vanessa and Keen are held up. Goes, follows, story continues. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but that's pretty much it. That's their first meeting. And their first meeting, as far as 90s artwork goes, you got to love good old Adam's art in this. The 2-page spreads. You could tell he looks like this here. You could tell he was obviously influenced. You could say maybe mentored by. I'm not sure if he worked under Rob Liefeld's wing at all, but those 2-page spreads, the only difference is Adam can draw feet. So, but big book, it's amazing. Like I said, the difference a day can make. The 27th, a copy of this sold on eBay. Multiple copies sold on eBay between $250 and $280. The 28th, the next day, anywhere between $600 and a whopping $810 for a 9.8. When I got this graded, this was like mid-COVID. I mean, these were selling for like $400. You know, the price went down. It's like up and down ride with these. But I always said it's a solid, steady, like $250 to $300 book. Just because, I mean, listen, it's a classic meeting of two classic characters. But $810, will it break 1,000? I don't know. But don't give in to the FOMO, guys. 2 weeks ago, you can buy these raw $15, $20, near mint copy $30, you know. But now those near mint copies are going for $125 raw. You know, it's all about FOMO. Listen, if you really want the book, you love the book like I did, hold off a little bit, you know. Or you look, go start digging through some back bins. You might find one for $25 still, that's still marked that. But to pay $125 for a raw copy, or I mean $810, blew me away as far as for a graded copy. It's amazing, you know. But like I said, who knows? Maybe as more details come out about the movie, this book might hit $1,000. I don't know. And then everybody's talking about other like Wolverine, Deadpool covers, you know, like this being one of them. I talked about good old Rob. There he is. You know, don't give in to the FOMO. Just collect what you love and enjoy the ride. That's what it's all about. Have a good time collecting. Like I said, don't buy the hype. Buy what you love. We'll see you in the next one.